chosen ones. God did not call you to deconstruct your entire life to have you give up now. Wondering if you are in a chosen one, God has called you to an unconventional faith life. He's called you to give up all material things, maybe, called you away from worldly success. He's called you to isolation. He's called you to pursue Him in obscurity. He's broken you. He's stripped you. You are an empty vessel. But He didn't do this to leave you that way. You are not meant to stay empty, broken, and alone. 8.5 years ago, I worked for a very prominent seminary in Los Angeles, and I got laid off, and I was 40 years old. And it was at that time that I sold everything and moved to another state, and that began like the next 8.5 years of my entire life being deconstructed. I mean, I have been like barely surviving, and God's had me on this crazy faith journey of doing things like quitting my job mid-pandemic, even though I didn't have another one lined up, traveling around the world to crazy places that I couldn't afford, like New York, Israel, Jordan, Egypt, South Africa, had me sell my car, just like give up everything that I had. And I've given up and I've lost everything in this world, anything that would, deem me as successful in this world. But I've gained everything because Jesus has become my portion, and I've lost my appetite for anything of this world. God has delivered me through these crazy faith leaps of just my brokenness, of just all those past traumas that were inside, that were hidden. He's brought it up and exposed it. I've become my worst self, but within that, He's delivered me, and of just all of my self-destruction and just years of cycles of sin. And now like growth is pouring out of me, is pouring out, but I'm still in this place of like surviving in survival season where I'm still traveling and I'm still barely having enough, and I'm still having to see God like come through with like crazy miracles in the last hour. Know that like that season is my past. Like God has been speaking like newness and abundance, and not just me, but like that harvest season is for like all of His chosen ones that have been going through that same path that I've been going through, which has been just, giving up that worldly success and like living for God and doing this unconventional thing in obscurity, praising the Lord still, even in our darkest moments, waiting and trusting. But just you're getting to that place of weariness and like, okay, Lord, like I feel like I've been stripped and I've been prepared, and You've grown me and You've healed me and You've delivered me, but why am I not seeing the next? So I had that moment yesterday where I was just like, Lord, like I have so much to pour out of myself right now, but I can't, because I'm just struggling to survive financially. Like, and I'm working these jobs and I'm trying to do ministry on the side, and like you're having me travel and bounce around the world like on this budget, and like I'm exhausted, Lord. And the one thing that I do know is that like what God has for us, the purposes, the places, the provision, He wants more for us than we want for ourselves. So I just got to this place yesterday of like having had enough, like of being exhausted and weary. And I was just like, Lord, it's Your promise. You do it. You make it happen. And I surrender. Like whatever You want me to do, like I'm going to do it. Like if I have to move to rural Arkansas where my parents live, like in the backwoods, like just to do this ministry and quit the little jobs that I have that are bringing in the income, like I will do it. But I can't do this exhaustion anymore. And there is a time and place for that exhaustion, for those wilderness seasons where we go from place to place with not knowing where we're going, just trusting in the Lord, like literally following the pillar of fire, you know what I mean, at night, and like the cloud during the day. Like there are purposes for that, but we know when a season is done and when it's ended because we don't have capacity for it anymore. So I've lost that capacity, and I know that a lot of others are with me, that I'm not alone in the fact that we can't do it anymore. So that's what I just shared with the Lord yesterday of like, God, I'm done. Like, I'm done. Move me into my new, and You do it. I can't. Like washing my hands of trying anymore. Like You do it. You've got it. It's Your promise. So It's on you, boo. And I say that in all reverence, like, because I know that that's what the Lord has, is he's a good father with good gifts for his children. His steadfast love never fails. And his heart is always a heart of restoration when we're ready for it. And I'm just like, Lord, I'm ready. And so, y'all, I woke up this morning after these prayers of like, God, it's on you. I'm ready for my blessing. I can't be here anymore. And I woke up and like, I had $200. And this is after like me in another place of like barely having enough food. Like, I'm like, God just provided like just enough money for food until like my next check comes in. And then I wake up and I'm like, $200 gift in my Venmo. The cat sit that I'm at extended the stay, so I get to stay here for another day, which is incredibly helpful to me. And the hotel that I'm going to be at for a few days till my next sit just upgraded me to a suite. So I was like, oh my gosh, Lord, I'm like crying on my knees. And it's not because like this one thing, like that's not like the full provision that I need, but it was the Lord speaking, I've got you. And I feel like that's what he is saying. Like we are no longer staying in these seasons of lack, but he's moving us into having the more that we need. He's speaking to those that he's called, like to those that have had that radical faith life, and you have been moving and obeying, and you're just waiting to see the fruit and the provision and the abundance. He stripped you of everything in the world that you could have made an idol. And I just felt like God was saying like that lack season is finally coming to an end, and he's blessing us with that abundance again. And y'all, it's not about the money. It's about freedom, being free to walk into the purposes and the callings that he has for us, to be his hands and feet on this earth. When you're just surviving, you barely have enough energy like to live, let alone be like that blessing that you need to be. So he's giving us the tools and the resources that we need to fulfill the kingdom callings and purposes that he has for us. So it's not about the money, it is about the kingdom assignment. He is blessing us so that we can be a blessing. So get ready, my loves, my chosen ones who have been through hell and back, and you've come out the other side. You haven't left the one that you love, and he has never left you. Your portion is in the Lord, and he is blessing you. He is bringing you into a time of overflowing. It is time to elevate. The winds of change are blowing. The oceans are roaring. The atmosphere is shifting. He is restoring his children, his faithful, not the perfect, far from it, but the ones who have never stopped worshiping him, even in the darkest of nights. God is coming, my love. He is coming with good gifts. He didn't take you through these breaking seasons. He didn't isolate you and strip you just to leave you, but to prepare you. And you are ready now. So he is bringing you divine ideas, the strategy, the clarity, and the anointing for the new thing. So be open, be ready, be unwilling to settle where he never called you to settle. Move in faith, move in expectancy, knowing that God is moving you out of lack and into abundance. It is his promise and it's his job to fulfill it. God will do it. Your posture is readiness, expectancy, faith, and no longer accepting what is no longer meant for you. You are in a new season now. He's doing a new thing. Be ready, be expectant, have your posture ready to go and receive all that he has for you, and be ready to give it out to others, okay? So I leave you with that. I hope this encourages you. Keep shining, Les. Mwah. I'll see you in the next word.